Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JayLee's Corner. Happy Thursday. Child, I have been sitting here trying to get my life because I need Remy and Papoose to go sit down some dang on where because ain't nobody got time to be watching and recording and paying attention to these lives they keep doing, beefing with each other. Child, I'm just like, what is going on? Child, I'm just over it already. It is a rainy day here. It is, cool outside. I want to go take a nap. And Remy Papoose around here getting on my nerves. Okay, getting on my nerves. Okay, I said, why is y'all doing any of this? Okay, but y'all know first things first. Okay, 1, happy Thursday. Okay, 2, like the video. Okay, 3, subscribe to the channel. Okay, make sure to comment in the comment section. If you are around here, child, in the chat and all of that, use your fingers to do what they're supposed to do and at least say hello to me. Okay, you can't be around here not speaking to the person who channel you on. Say hello. Y'all, I can't wait to go chill out and stuff. Now look, I'm here, child. Look, girl, it's all bright. I ain't got no child. I still got some lipstick on because if not, my whole face just blends in together, and we don't be having time, child, for this face to be blending. Okay, so see, I wasn't ready because I was having to get my thumbnail together. I was having to see what Remy Papoose said next, say what they said, and then come right here to y'all and hit the live button. Okay, give me some ice or water. Girl, I just can't even heaven. Okay, hold on. Boom. Okay, as good as it's gonna get. Okay, one little thing right there. Boom. Because I was gonna go bare lip. I wasn't gonna put on any lipstick. I feel like the color is off. Hold on, let me see if I do that. Because I'm not that light. I mean, I'm not that dark, but I'm not that light either. Okay, but I want to relax. Okay, and I can't relax with these people around here acting crazy. Then I was like, Diddy trial, Chris Brown and his bail, Jen from Bad Boys and her husband embarrassing her, child Kid Cudi. It was just too much. It was just too much, Jesus. Now, y'all know we've been live a lot, so go ahead and watch all the other content around here if you have not already. And I had to scrimp and save to get this thumbnail because I was like, it's the men's on the bottom and the women's on top, but it's like it's just these itty bitty conversations that we have to have and whatnot. So we not gonna be here that long, okay? Because I want to chill out. But I said I'm gonna come to y'all as much as I can because I. Let's just get to it. Okay. Oh no, let me say hi first. Hey, how y'all doing? How is everyone? Again, if you round here, don't be round here and not be saying hello. Because if you not saying hello, then what you here for? Okay, y'all have thumbs and fingers and hands, and a part of y'all thumbs and fingers and hands is supposed to be used to communicate with me. Okay, but hello to everybody. Okay, I was gonna cancel the live, but I said, girl, don't you cancel the live because you wasn't live yesterday. Okay, and I may not be live tomorrow. So I said, no, come live today. And then I seen all the Remy and Pap stuff. I said, well, y'all go sit down some damn where, okay? But hi, hello to the people. So okay, hello. Thank y'all for like my thumbnail as well. I had to get it done. Okay, I had to get it done and stuff. So look, I'm gonna get right on to I was supposed to save, and then the crazy part is as I'm trying to work on my show. Okay. Damn, Skilla Baby got damn, hold on, y'all. They said Skilla Baby got shot. Shall I be working and trying to figure things out? Take a sleep. Let me send it. Because, child, see, I'm scrolling the social medias. And as I'm seeing stuff, I'm like, what the heck happened? Ooh, wrong thing. This also why usually when I'm on my live, I don't try to look at stuff because I get distracted. Hold on. Anyway, I'm done. Okay, I'm with y'all now. We here, and we watching. Let me just share my screen. Let's just go ahead and get into it because if not, I'm gonna keep scrolling social media, and then I'm gonna get all discombobulated. I'm gonna say what's going on. I don't know, and it's gonna be a bunch of confusion and conflictions, and we don't want confusion and conflictions. But if I feel like, and it seems like, okay, the people they tripping, okay, all up and through on social media, okay, in these streets. I don't even know what the heck is going on, okay? But I'm trying to stay off of IG because if not, I'm keep seeing stuff and getting confused and conflicted around here, and we don't want any of that, okay? So boom, saved screen around here. So well, first of all, just something. So Skilla Baby is a rapper, okay? A whole rapper. Okay. Now I had just seen a different post about a shooting that had happened right here on 8 Mile, and I didn't know. Child said they didn't shot Skilla Baby, and then he crashed. Y'all be careful around here. Look, it's getting warm. It's getting warm, and people don't know how to act. Okay, and I'm supposed to go out on Sunday. I want to stay in the house because I don't have time for these shenanigans. Okay, I don't want to be involved with no shenanigans. I don't want to be caught up in no shenanigans. So I'm gonna go. I'm an hour and I'm done. Okay, not the river the ref. Okay, we're gonna pray that he okay because he was grazed in the head and shot in the leg. Then the vehicle crashed. Okay, multiple. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I don't know. I want to skip that because it's team too much. Okay, let's look. Congrats and some good news. Joy Badass and Sierra. They say him is it Sierra? Sarah? Is it Sierra? Is it Soraya? I think it's Soraya. I don't know. But y'all know they pregnant. They say they engaged now too. Okay. They was on the cover of Essence. Okay, we need some good news because there's too much bad news. There's too much beefing and fussing and fighting. Congrats to them for being on the cover of Essence with the belly and love, all these things. Now I think he already got a kid. It's her first child. It's his second kid. Okay, but they said they engaged because I saw a big old ring on her finger. Okay, and I like Joy Badass. I don't like him on Raising Canaan right now. He would get on my damn nerve. But again, congrats to them for the cover of Essence. Okay, we need some black love right here because Remy and Pat fucking it on up. The baby mama brother. Okay, again, the baby. Okay, his baby mama. Okay, her brother, the one that the baby was beat up at the bowling alley. Child, the judge said case dismissed. Okay, because why? It happened a long time ago. Okay, we don't want no more. Okay, anyway, the baby scored a win. Okay, wins that judge tossed out a lawsuit filed by Brandon Bills, again, the brother Danny Lay, who is, the baby's baby mama. Child, the fight happened in 2022. That was 3 years ago. Okay, 3 years ago. The judge said it's done. Okay, no, a negligence claim against the bowling alley will still happen, but he can't sue the baby. Now, child, I would have, child. Anyway, so I guess it's the win for the baby. We don't really hear from the baby no more. Is the baby still a rapper? Is he still around here? I know he's alive still, but I don't know. But again, he's off the hook for his part of it. I don't know how much the bowling alley will have. They say Tory Lane was transferred, moved around, okay, to a different prison because he's recovering from being stabbed. Now, didn't they say, oh, he was good, he was talking on his own? Get him back to a regular prison, okay? Because he round here causing a ruckus, we don't care that much, okay? I don't feel bad for him. I don't. I guess thank God he's not dead because we don't want to send no one to Jesus, before they're supposed to go there. But I'm like, he's in jail for a violent offense. He's been acting up ever since. So I don't, I hope it don't get infected, and stuff. I hope that don't happen because that could be dangerous. Okay, but again, send him back to jail. Let him go rest in his cell. Okay, let him go sit down somewhere with some oodle noodles. Okay, some lunch meat, some carbonized milk in a carton. What else they have in prison? Bologna sandwiches. Probably not that good of a fruits. I don't wish the worst for him, but I damn sure don't wish the best. Okay. Now again, I don't know what's gonna happen to the man who stabs him at all. But whatever they move him to, like, is he like, does he have to be put like in a separate place? Like, is he on the hit list now? Is anyone else trying to get at him? We shall see. But again, they say they moved him to a different prison. Girl, we don't care. Okay, because we don't be like that man at all. Peter Thomas of the Housewives of Atlanta, okay, has finally reported to prison. Peter was charged with a tax evasion. He failed to pay $640K in taxes and stuff. Okay, he got sentenced to 18 months in prison. He got sentenced, I want to say last year. I'm like, he ain't went to prison yet, but he reported to prison today. May he have a safe journey in the federal prison system for his tax crimes. And hopefully Code 45 will follow him eventually because Code 45 is a real tax crime person. Okay, but Peter said, blah, 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 bloop, I'm going to jail. Okay, so he finally reported in. He locked up. They will let him out in 18 months or maybe a little less. I'm not sure. Rod Wave, the rapper, okay, who was arrested in Georgia on the what was it? Who was he arrested? He was arrested on May 20th. Okay, the incident he was arrested for happened on April 21st. There are 14 felony child. When you once you get past one felony and you up to 2, 3, 4, and 14, this a complete deal. Okay, 14, girl. It says, let's see, he was apprehended by police on the 20th. Okay, hit with 14 felony charges, including aggravated assault, possession of a firearm during a felony, pointing a gun at another person, criminal damage to property, reckless conduct, and tampering with evidence. The lawyer said he didn't do it. Okay, these are fake charges. Okay, Rod Green is running. Rod Green was a victim of a burglary and committed no crimes. How he was even charged as a result of the situation is crazy. Okay, at Rod Wave House, okay, it's a 25. The 25 rapper visited a property with his realtors and associates after the home was robbed. Wait, what? What happened? Let me see. It says the incident in question happened at Rod Wave's home in Atlanta. The rapper visited the property with his realtors and associates after the home was robbed. While carrying items out the house, Rob and one of his associates got into an argument. Then that's when he pulled a gun. Not pulled a gun and opened fire. He tried to pick up the shell casings and leave. So he did that shit. You did it. If you was somewhere fighting with somebody, blasted off, pow, 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 and then picked up the casings, it sounds like it kind of happened. Okay, it sounds like it happened. You up here fussing with a friend or an associate of yours, okay, pull out a gun, okay, a little pistol, open fire, okay, 14 rounds in total, 11 hitting the friend's G-Wagon, okay, so child, plea deal, take a plea deal because you sound a little bit guilty, okay? Guilty people love saying I didn't do it, and I get everyone is supposed to have their day in court. Everyone's supposed to say, "Hey, I'm free. I want to be free. It wasn't me. I didn't do it." And sometimes you did do it. That's his mugshot. Is he sleepy? Because that one eye looked real heavy. It was a fight. It was a fight. But you keep look, if your house get robbed and you go back to your house, okay, and you end up fighting with a friend of yours at the house, and if you end up shooting at said friend, okay, and you have a gun that you're shooting at somebody and whatnot, that all seem like you're not supposed to do any of that. Now, unless the man pulled out a gun on you, you shot back in self-defense, that's one thing. But it sounds crazy all up and through, okay? But I'm like, sir, try to plead deal out. Child, the case that never ends, the one thing that I keep saying, go away, okay? Jesse Smollett. Now, again, Jesse's situation happened before COVID, okay? It happened back in 2019. Okay, the I am the gay Tupac heard around the world. Finally, the case is closed between Jesse Smollett and the city of Chicago. Look, the little fake hate crime or whatever, he is going to be paying 50 grand to charity. Okay, you gonna donate that. Okay, as they say, instead of him paying 120K to the city of Chicago in restitution, instead he'll donate 50K to a local charity. Okay, and that's not him saying I'm innocent or I'm guilty. It's just him saying, here, take this money, leave me be. Okay, I feel like Jesse spent more money fighting this than he made, and I also feel like the fact that he kept having to fight it and have just back and forth in it prolonged this shit. Okay, I would have paid a little 30 grand 2019, 2020, whatever, let it be and move on. But I hope now that there is like a for sure pen in it, meaning, hey, we came to an agreement that I'm going to donate 50K to a charity and then leave me alone. Okay? Because I'm tired of it. At this point, I still feel like I don't even care that he did it. No one got hurt. No one was killed or made. You know what I'm saying? It was a little white lie. Move on. Okay, if Caucasian folk, if Code 45 can be a felon in the principal's office, okay, the White House, then Jesse can lie about somebody beating him up once or twice. We don't care. Um, I wanna, cause I feel like I really wanna look at Candy, cause Candy, I did this on my page. Hold on, because Candy was also on her, what's it called, child? Amazon Live. Okay. And on her Amazon Live, she gave two little bits of nuggets about her family dynamic. Okay. One, we're going to say prayers to their family. Child, Aunt Bertha got Alzheimer's. I said, nah, Aunt Bertha.
Old lady gang. They are, and I don't really feel like it's, I don't know if you discuss things like this. I don't know how. We having a really hard time because my Aunt Bertha has Alzheimer's. So, trying to manage that. If anybody's ever dealt with somebody in your family going through that and it gets worse, and then everybody is like, it's not easy. You know what I mean? So it's it's a time. It's a time. So I don't mean to get all emotional with y'all. So let me move on past that and go.
So I'm like, we all found and met Bertha on what season was it? I think it was after Candy got with Todd, because my Bertha was on. She was going to say, it was a scheme that Todd bit up to bring us the bullshit. So we all knew Aunt Bertha, love Aunt Bertha. So Candy revealing that Aunt Bertha is now having, that she has Alzheimer's. Look, when you have that is a debilitating disease. You literally watch someone you love become a whole different person. And so that has to be, hard for the family. So again, prayers and good vibes and all that to Candy and the family. And then separate from that, she has spoke about Mama Joyce and Todd. Now, she said that they still beefing.
Danielle says, how's your mother and Todd getting along? Not great. Let's see. Friday, they did pretty good. The kids, Ace and Blaze, had graduated from their school. So they was doing pretty good. But by the time I got back from my trip the other day, my mom she wasn't feeling me again. She was back to not feeling us.
Look, that's that lady mama. Okay, and I'm not being mean about that lady mama, but I feel like Mama Joyce feel like she can do no wrong, and I don't understand how Mama Joyce even now be beefing with Todd. I'm like, Ken and Todd been married for this one with like over 10 years. I don't get why she act like that. You know what I'm saying? Like at this point in time, there should be no reason that Mama Joyce and Todd should be beefing. And I feel like it ain't even Todd. I feel it's Mama Joyce. I don't feel like Todd does anything that sets Mama Joyce off. I just think Mama Joyce, yeah, she be overstepping. And I think Todd doesn't allow it, and that's what she don't like. I think when she do dumb shit or say dumb shit or react dumbly, and Todd doesn't ignore it or Todd does not let it fly, if Todd speaks up against it, I think that causes a rift. I think Candy probably like, I'm out of it. I ain't gonna be in it, and then she is mad. Okay, so Mama Joy, stop. You too old to be beefing with your daughter husband. Unless Todd is around there mistreating Candy and being mean to Candy and or whatever, leave the people alone. Okay, just stop because beefing with Todd ain't gonna get you shit extra with Candy. That's just girl. Move on, Mama Joy. What is wrong with Mama Joyce? Showing that shit. Anyway, um, I want to get to Chris. Oh no, that's other things. Wait, let me see. I gotta scroll down. That's just, it's too much bull stuff. Okay, lady and this lady right here, Florida people, Florida people. Okay, Florida woman arrested for stabbing her daughter-in-law in front of the grandkids at a fight because they had Chili's drunk. Why you can't drink at Chili's? Now Chili's has some great drinks. They do. So if you get too many drinks at Chili's, it can easily happen that you can get drunk. Okay, but a 57-year-old woman, Celestine Ward, was arrested. Now she charged with attempted murder. Okay, trying to kill her daughter-in-law in front of the grandkids. Uh, who does that? Like for what? Authorities arrived at the family residence at the Pacific Hall. Once inside, they found the daughter-in-law on the ground, bleeding. Okay, she in the hospital and whatnot. The police questioned children, and they say grandmama did it. Okay, grandmama stabbed mama. Grandma tried to kill mama. Please save my mama. Okay, because she was at Chili's earlier, and grandma was drinking, and she drunk. I don't. The kids would see this stuff. If you fussing and once you drunk and you mad, you angry, leave, go home. Okay. Once you get the fussing, fighting, stabbing folks in front of children, you the problem. So grandmama, go to jail. Go directly to jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Go to jail, grandma. Okay, the stupidity all up and through. Okay, more dumbness. Well, I'll say a little bit of dumbness. Now we know the whole thing in Louisiana, in New Orleans, where we had those 10 inmates who escaped. I think they found 5 of them so far, and I think still 5 on the run. However, the jail worker, okay, who they said help, the jail worker who they said cut the water off. His lawyer saying, well, no, he wasn't like in on it. He was like helping them. He was just doing his job, okay? Because he said, his lawyer them said the inmates clogged the toilet. Okay, the inmates clogged the toilet, and because he's maintenance, he had to go cut the water off of said toilet because if not, it would have been a whole mess. So he was saying, look, it wasn't that I cut it off for them. I was supposed to because of what they did, and even the guy who said he gonna stab me, whatever, it wasn't like threatening or whatever. So they're trying to make it seem as if he did not know they were going to escape. He didn't know any of that shit. Hello. You see the thing?
Yeah. The nigga, alright. He alright.
He not dead?
Nah, he ain't dead. He just got grazed in the head. He good, though.
Get your peoples. Get your peoples.
Which ones?
Both sides.
It got nothing to do with that. I'm talking about that was right down the street from my mom's house, though, but...
Well, that's what I saw. Yeah, I heard the accident on 8 Mile. I didn't hear of the shooting until later. And I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, she didn't try to kill
yeah. He could be somebody was shooting at. He was at a prom send off or something like that, and they were shooting at him.
He knew to be at home. See, not stay in the house.
I mean, that happened every day. I mean, this is Detroit. People get shot all the time.
Here you go. Okay, I'm on live though.
Oh shit, I ain't know. What up, though?
What? They can't. You can say hello.
They can't see me. But
I know. That's why I turned the camera this way. Duh.
I was just trying to tell everybody, say what up, though.
Okay, finish chillaxing.
We'll talk to you later.
All right, bye.
Yeah.
And I'm back. So he is saying that he did not know that they were going to escape. He was not helping them escape. He was just doing his job. First of all, if the inmates were even smart or dumb enough to realize, hey, if we clog the toilet, but who? Even if they clog the toilet, and the maintenance guy cut the water off. Who the fuck cut the pipes of the toilet? Something still don't make no damn sense. And then even separate from him, they arrested two women. Okay, who these two people is? Okay, 32-year-old is Courtney Harris, 38-year-old Cavante Baptiste, who were both arrested. They say Courtney was accused of being in contact with one of the inmates before they escaped. Okay, and then helped them, drove them around to different locations. I said, why do y'all know when people escape from prison, if people escape from jail and they are wanted by the police and it's all over the news, you do know if you help them, you are committing a crime. Okay? You are committing a crime. The maintenance guy saying, I cut the water off because the toilet was clogged. That's technically not him helping them people. But these two have us around here who helped them after they escaped is crazy. Now, 38-year-old Cavante, is Cravante? She assisted. She brought food while the dude was hiding. Look. I'm not helping nobody. I'm not, and if I escape from jail, I don't think I would want anyone to help me because they then get in trouble and then we all gonna be in jail. I don't want to go to jail. I don't want you in jail. But again, 5 of the guys are still, out and about being looked for. But now people is going to jail as well. And that's just stupid to me. Look, Klarna. Do y'all use Klarna? Is it called Klarna or Klarna? I don't use it. I kept seeing, oh, you like pay a little bit or whatever, and I'm like, but that's dumb because if I order something and I don't really pay for it, how you know I'm gonna pay for it later? So they are now $136 million in debt because customers are not paying back their loans. Nobody should be loaning nobody money who ain't got it like that. Look, because just don't do it. Okay, the whole buy now, pay later is stupid to me. I feel like, or there should be, I guess, maybe stricter rules, but unless you're a whole bank, stop giving people money. Okay, if you are $136 million in debt, ain't nobody paying shit back. Okay, they suffered major losses because if people were not paying back the loans, the whole buy now, pay later. So the first quarter from January to March, they acquired a loss of $99 million. They're not making no money. Now, I don't know how they come after someone who owes them because I don't know what it is or whatever. But again, stop loaning folk money when they got it. Or I need direct access to your bank. So if you don't pay me, your whole work check comes to me. Is the only thing I can think of. But yeah, they not getting no money, y'all. So hopefully Jesus fixes it. A Venezuelan migrant grown adult, 24-year-old Anthony Emmanuel Labrador Sierra posed as a high school student and an athlete.
Well, here's a bizarre story. A man has been arrested after police say he pretended to be a teenager at an Ohio high school for over a year. Police allege that Anthony Labrador got various documents, including a driver's license and social security number that all claimed he was 16 years old, all while he's actually 24.
Now, how the hell he do all that?
Labrador told Perrysburg High School, that's near Toledo, that he was an unaccompanied minor, and the Wood County Juvenile Court granted his guardianship to a local family. That family found that Labrador was lying about his age, but did not disclose how they were alerted. Labrador was arrested yesterday on felony forgery charges. Police say the district was unaware and did not commit any crimes.
So he was just lying. How do you even get access to the documents to get a license to get child? Somebody helped him, because unless he just a mastermind villain running around here wanting to play high school football because he can't make it nowhere else. A grown ass, I hope he didn't date no kids, okay? Because if he's 24, there was no one in that school old enough on the date. Okay, check the records. Child Caucasian is he's not even Caucasian. He's like he's Venezuelan. Jesus, fix it. Tiana Taylor is saying, Amon, you're a liar. I did not do it. Now, y'all know Amon said, it was like a week or two ago, that Tiana Taylor had been using foul language and racist remarks about him and the kids. And she said, bullshit. I didn't do nothing. Okay. She denied all allegations, including the claim that she willfully and contemptuously exposed and broadcast specific provisions of the divorce to the peoples and whatnot. She's basically saying, Iman, shut up, you're a liar, I don't like you anymore, get out my face, and you irk my nerves. Okay, you irk all of my nerves. I want married couples I want people to be able to separate in peace and it not be this big production, this big explosion, this big him versus her or vice versa. In this case, I'm Team Tiana, okay, in full, because I think we've seen his actions. Just the simple fact that he made their divorce public lets me know he's the villain, okay? But she said, nigga, I didn't do it, leave me be, bitch. Chris Brown, who was locked up over there across the pond, they let him out, okay? Because Chris has a tour starting. Is it next month? His Chris Brown tour, is it called that? What's it called? His Breezy Bowl tour starts June 8th. He was over there locked up from a 2023 altercation in London. And at first, they're going to hold him until his court date, which was going to be like June 13th. Well, they said, give us some money. Okay, they granted Chris Brown bail. He had to pay $6.7 million to bond out. I said, that's a lot. Okay, this is the thing. This is the gotcha, okay? Chris Brown knew of this incident 2 years ago when it happened, okay? Chris Brown knew in 2023 he hit someone in the head with a bottle. You should have paid the bottle person, the person you hit with a bottle, pay them $2 million to leave you alone. Because now you have had to pay $6.7 million in bonding fees. Okay, all fees that you're gonna get, lawyer fees, traveling fees, back and forth fees, civil liberty fees. You're gonna pay more money now than then. Had you just accepted, hey, I did some dumb shit. Okay, I hit someone in the head with a bottle. Let me pay him to be quiet. Okay, and then you wouldn't have had to worry about now in 2025 you being arrested over in London, your tour almost being held up, and you have to post a $6.7 million bond. Right? Y'all tell Chris to hire me. I can be his lawyer. I don't need a law degree. I have common sense. Okay, give me the money and I'll fix it. Because I'm like, how did no one think, hey, let's pay the person off before we go over there? Okay, so after he got out, Chris posted on social media saying, from the cage to the stage, Breezy Bowl, because again his tour is coming up next month. That's why he was over there. Now he had to again pay the $6.7 million bond. He has to, I think once he travels, because he's able to travel and tour. But I think once he goes to any state, any country, he has to give his passport to a lawyer to not leave unless it's for the tour. But I'm like, you're spending way more money now, because even if you did not do it, even if the man lying, okay, let's just say the man lying, you did not hit him with a bottle, it should have still been addressed before now. Because once they figure out, oh, you in town, we want some money. All of it, okay? But again, he's free right now. Chris, don't you hit nobody else with no bottle, okay? Stop being violent. Okay, stop it. And that was 2 years ago. It's still a pattern. Okay, if you just keep your hands in the bottles to yourself, we won't have these issues, Chris. Stop it, Chris. I don't care about Fat Joe. See, oh, don't want to do Diddy stuff, child. Look, y'all take, because I think I'm gonna get to stuff on my thumbnail. Okay, because I told y'all I don't want to be alone. Y'all take about 30 something seconds, y'all. Get into like the video. Okay, make sure to like the video so we can get into the foolishness of Remy and Papoose in them. Okay. And we're back. Okay, I had to do a whole new like the video clip with Bobby Brown, and them and whatnot. And I like it. Little quick thing. So y'all know Cash Doll, her new man is Darius Smith. Tasha K. That's what came from. Tasha had posted on her page somewhere. Okay, that Cash Doll new man was cheating on her, all booed up with somebody back in April, because some girl posted this picture, and put April 15th, 2025. And so Tasha was posting about it, showed some alleged text conversation of allegedly Zadarius talking to some girl saying, hey, come meet me tomorrow and stuff. Okay. And, book a hotel room and stuff. Mm-hmm. And I said, y'all, girl, I said, ooh, look, you can't be willing to sneak around with a man. Okay. You can't be willing to sneak around with a man and then want to call him out. No, if you're a secret, to be the secret. You can't be both. And so when this was posted, real type of case thing, he said, hell no. Play with somebody else. Zadarius posted, Arkisha Knight, which is Cash our real name. Arkisha Knight isn't going anywhere. So y'all need to stop trying. Uploading something from last year to try to break us up is crazy. I said, look, one, I hope he's not playing. One, I hope he isn't cheating. One, because you don't want anyone to feel dumb. You don't want to feel played. You know what I'm saying? Now he's saying that's old. They playing. They on some bullshit. Okay, trying to cause trouble. Now the gotcha would be if he was with Katha on April 10th. Okay, because you can't be with me and her at the same time at all. But people be messy, and I feel like, did he have braids then? Because he got braids now. Like he got hair. Like it don't look like he has hair here, but it could be tied up or something like that. But he said, bitch, she ain't going nowhere. Okay, at all. Leave me be, bitch. Okay, that's my girl. I'm her man. We are happy together. I said, fine. We're gonna do Remy and Pat last because that's a whole bunch of shit to get to. Megan Thee Stallion. Okay. People keep trying to for some reason defend. I don't know why. I don't. I can't comprehend why people are trying to defend Tory. I can't comprehend why people believe he's in jail for no reason. I don't know why people are making it seem as if Meg's at fault. Meg did not press charges against that man. All Meg did was say he shot me when she got subpoenaed by the people. So Megan's legal team was releasing, things saying he did it. Tory did it. We had a whole case. We had a whole trial, okay, publicly and in court, and he was found guilty. I say that a lot in my regular life. Leave me be, bitch. Okay. But I mean one thing. I need a sweatshirt. But that's funny. But Megan's team put up this different snippets and snapshots, okay, of the fact that he did that shit. Okay, one, the conversation on the phone right after the shooting, he was saying, I'm so sorry if I was so drunk. I'm saying him talking to Kelsey was like, no, he did it. Text from Kelsey to the bodyguard saying Tory shot Meg. You know what I'm saying? This even when she talks to the people, the prosecutors earlier on in 2022, like Tory did that shit. And all of this talk about, oh, there's more proof that he didn't do it. And I'm like, that's not true. None of it is true. None of it is true. Okay? Tory is in jail for what he did. And even the fact that he kept on saying in the beginning, well, Meg one shot. Tory didn't do it. Kelsey didn't do it. It's just weird. So I just need all the people who are, backing Tory, believing his bullshit, and that go for fans, enemies, crazy people, lawmakers, council, all of y'all. It's just weird that anyone is trying to be like, oh, he didn't get a fair trial. Tory Lanez was or is a wealthy individual who could afford the good lawyers. Okay, he was up in that courtroom in new suits with a toupee on his head, laughing and joking. Okay, so for anyone to make it seem like he did not have a fair trial, he chose to not speak and defend himself. So you can't now say, well, I didn't do it because Kelsey did. It's like, no, that should have been said 2 years ago. So I'm happy that Meg is speaking up for herself, her team is, and even us people right here. I'm like, y'all can't get me to believe nothing. If that man told me my name was JB, I'd be lying. Tory is a habitual liar. Okay, leave that man be. Also, I was like, why y'all saying that Glorilla and Meg was beefing? So Glorilla has shared a post. Okay, she shared a post that said, I'm forever grateful to the heart I have, the way I love, the way I treat people. My pure intent is all a blessing. And then it had a Tory Lanez song playing. Okay. And then like after that posted or whatever, folks was like, oh, Meg not following Glorilla no more. What had happened? What had happened? And so I'm like, look, if in current times you are supporting, sharing, promoting content of a person who is actively trying to antagonize me, I would be pissed at you. Because, bitch, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? It's like, we have, I that would make me upset. Okay. So if that's the reason that we saw that Meg unfollowed Glorilla, to me, it made sense. Because Tory, this isn't some random, ex. You know what I'm saying? He isn't some random or like an ex. No, he did something horrible, kept being a horrible person to her. So I fully support Meg when she allegedly unfollowed Glorilla. But Glorilla was like, hold up. It ain't what you think. I don't want the backlash, okay? I ain't on no internet shit and I don't do mess. It was an innocent repost, okay? Period. Now, is it possible that she reposted something and did not realize that the song was because I can't name can y'all name what's let me I don't even know I don't know offhand any of Tory Lanez's songs. I feel like I didn't know them when he was around here. Let's see, Tory Lanez. What songs do we even have, child? Mm, I don't know. I don't know him. Oh, that song, "Say It." Um, that's that's the only song I remember hearing on the radio a while ago. And the song is a remake of Brownstone songs from a while ago. So yeah, I don't know. So it's I could have possibly reposted something with a Tory song if I wasn't paying attention because I don't know that name. Okay, but Loretta said, "Girl, no, it ain't that. It ain't that." Okay, mistake. It was a repost. It wasn't me posting. I just reposted a quote. Did not think about the song playing. That's all that it was. And I'm gonna give her that. And they said after I'm pretty sure they had a conversation. Okay. Oh, that ain't even a song. See, I don't know. I don't know it. I don't know him. I don't at all. Like I'm on title and I'm looking, down the list of the songs. Not one song name looked familiar. So yeah, I don't know at all. But so that's not even a bad song. Um, if you let me prove it, that's how that song go. I don't know. But again, Glorilla was like, it ain't that. And then they said after that, you then seen Megan follow her back. Again, sometimes that girl, my bad. Yeah, I was girl, fuck that nigga. I was not trying to post his song or I like the quote. I don't know that man's song, girl. It's me and you all day, girl. I would not do that. But sometimes you have to call someone and say, you know, it wasn't my fault. Child, I don't even know. I did not know. You can go live on. How can I go live on title? You can do that. So I don't know. I've never went live on title. One I did not know that can happen, but I'm always listening to title. But no, I've never went live on title. Because I did not know that was an option. Anyway, um, shout out to Lorilla for saying it ain't that. Because some folk will run with a narrative, okay, and we like no, okay. Is they gonna pay me for it? Can I get paid for it? I be wanting to go on Patreon and have a little music because I think on Patreon you can play music or whatever and stuff, and I can get paid. But it's like a monthly payment thing. I don't know. My thing be can I get paid for it? Okay. Anyway, but shout out to Glorilla and Meg, they're good. My throat, child. My throat. My mouth dry. My throat. We did Chris. Let me do Um, let's do Jen and them. Child, look. Well, first of all, Jen is married. Jen from Backwild. She's married to Christian. Christian has a baby mama, which I did not know about. I actually got 2 kids. And child, everyone around here is saying, Jen is stupid. Christian is using her, blah, blah, blah. Evelyn Ryan saying things or whatever. And so I say, child, get to it. Christian mama up here fussing with Evelyn.
Why don't you talk about what's going on in your house? Like, your baby daddy, go pay his artists. He owe his artists. Don't he his failed record company? Like, dude, don't you owe Meg? Don't you owe these people?
The fact that we now have Jen's husband mama fussing with Evelyn about Evelyn baby daddy owing Meg money is crazy.
Go pay these people. Won't she worry about that? Like, your daughter is living in the house with you. Y'all don't get no financial support because all his checks going to BMI. Why don't you talk about these kind of things? Like, I don't know. You're so invested in what Jen and Christian got going on, but you don't want to talk about the things that's going on in your household.
You don't want nobody else to talk about the things.
Yeah. You say I shouldn't talk about your daughter. The game has fucked you and your daughter. Okay.
The game fucked Evelyn. I ain't know the game fucked Evelyn.
They got pictures where you and Tiffany and Shawnee and your daughter is all there while you was pregnant. But then your daughter go and fuck the same dude you didn't fuck who y'all friends. Like, he done ran a train on y'all at this point. I'm just saying, don't your baby daddy owe people's money, drown in his goddamn pool? He got sued for that. It's a lot of topics that we could talk about.
Damn, that is true. Somebody did die in Karla Pace. Girl, this messy bullshit. Then Christian baby mama spoke out. Now she looked like Andrew Caldwell. I was confused. I'm like, is Andrew Caldwell a woman now?
Because yes, I am mama. I am taking care of these babies. And guess what? I want you to live your best life. Do what you want to do. Travel, see the world, live your best life. But stop causing chaos in other people's lives and not taking responsibility for what you have to do to fix it. Fix it. Stop not paying people back. Stop ignoring the fact that you owe child support.
I thought Jen and that man said they got a whole bunch of money. I thought Jen and that man said they was like paid and stuff. They was like rich or whatever. How that man owe child support?
Stop pretending like, oh, life is so grand and we're rich and we have all this money and we're just living our best lives and we don't care what we're doing to everybody else. We're just la 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 la, just fuck everybody. We're living our best life. Okay, keep living your best life, but guess what? We're coming for you.
I mean, if he not paying child support, that's how he got money. Because he's not taking care of business. He's a mooch.
We're coming for you because you still owe money. You still need to take responsibility. And if you don't want to do it, we're going to make you.
So that's the baby mama. Okay. Then Christian, child said, I'm going to respond.
Anything for a storyline. I get it. We get it. We understand. Anything for a storyline. They're talking about your casting. I don't even like saying her name no more because I don't even want that energy in the house.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's like I'm definitely not wasting no breath talking about her because she's.
When people be on live and they be actively reading the comments to see what folks are saying, I'm looking like, what you here for?
She's just gonna be who she is, and let's let her be who she is.
When we got married, things took a turn with not just the mother of my kids, but with other people, which you guys can see clearly online. because the person
You can see every Monday night at 8 o'clock on VH1.
the castmate we're referring to was actually crying and fanning herself out, which I also have a video of at the engagement. But right after engagement, it's everybody hates Christian. I don't give a damn if you hate me or not. I'm not here to impress you. I'm not here to impress 55,000 followers on social media. I'm here to put every post I put out, I do it for myself. I don't do it for you. You see my bio, ain't no filter here.
I just feel like this. Once Jen married that man, allegedly, okay, I would not be responding to anybody in anything, because if we marry, I'm not finna placate my life for y'all. Now he responded about the child support because he owed child support allegedly.
There's currently no child support order. There's no child support order. I've been waiting on a child support order so we can continue to do things as the court puts in place. Because once the court puts it in place, neither one of us want to back out of that, because there then becomes legal consequences, right? Neither one of us want that. Damn sure not me, because I've dealt with enough legal consequences in my past. Also, it was posted on the blogs by Evelyn that I skipped court twice. I've been to court multiple times in regarding child support, right? I've been to court. Right. I also went to court for abandonment charge because she claimed that there was abandonment. OK, you cannot get locked up for abandonment if there's no child support order. So in 2020, my children's mother, my daughter and my son, we start dating more so toward the end of 2019, right before the pandemic. We start dating. Things were good. Of course, things are always good at first in most relationships. Sometimes they don't stay that way. And I'm not saying everything should be perfect, but things were great. And of course, the relationship, it took its toll. I don't know what postpartum feels like. I'm not here to talk bad on my children's mother because I don't know what postpartum feels like. I don't.
What? First of all, why should y'all have? I feel like y'all have allowed Evelyn, who does not have a storyline, to make your life her thing. Like, Evelyn should have no conversation about you, your kids, the kids' mama at all. Like, that should be null and void. My thing is, one, sir, if you got with old girl in 2019, meaning you got her pregnant during COVID, lockdown, y'all then not together, but you owe child support. Even if there is no current child support order, you were supposed to be paying something. You can't say I don't owe child support, because if you're not paying her, you do owe child support. You're supposed to help support the children.
Know what women have to deal with internally when it comes to hormones. I don't know, right? I can only be there to support, right? But also having to navigate my own life, right? My own life traumas and my own life experiences. I was showing up for myself, but also trying to show up for my kid's mother as well. That turned out to be toxic. There was a lot of insecurities involved, of course, with her thinking I'm dealing with other women when I really wasn't. I was really just a stay-at-home dad, living a private life. And that's all I cared about, was just being home, running my business, and making sure my kids were taken care of.
So do you not take care of them now?
That got toxic to the point where I wasn't going to bring this up, but I was actually physically abused, and I could have pressed charges. See, this is the thing that men don't come out and talk about. We're told to shut the up, right, and not talk about it. But I was actually physically abused, which I actually have on video, right, because because here's the thing about domestic disputes, whether it's the male or the female. Typically, if the male is causing some type of force or inflicting any type of physical suffering or injury on a woman or a female, the cops get called. No matter if you have bruises, marks, whatever, the man gets locked up.
No. I feel like if you are being abused and you call the police and you are abused, the lady will get locked up. You went to prison for some form of abuse towards another girl. So what are you talking about?
Put it in custody. I could have been that person and said, you know what? This is physical assault. I could call the police and get you locked up. But no, I didn't do that, because at the end of the day, I don't wish it on anybody. And number two, I would not do that to the mother of my kids. So what I did was I said,
But you did come on this live and tell folks that the mom of your kids is abusive to you. Okay.
You know what? I'm going to leave. It took everything in me. I'm going to be completely transparent. It took everything in me not to go off. But I said, you know what? I'm going to leave. And even before that transpired, we were already in a place of like, this is just not going to work out. And
the relationship not working has nothing to do with you as a father. Like when people are being accused of being Debbie daddies and not paying child support, and then they then focus on the issues in the relationship with the person. You are now focusing on the relationship with the mama, and we asking you about the relationship with you as the father of the kids. You and her not being together is fine. Y'all both seem, not both seem, it seemed like it was a toxic relationship. But sir, are you not paying child support to her if she had the kids? And as a woman, I can't sit up here. I could not sit and hear my man, my husband, my boo thing, okay, avoid saying, no, I pay child support. Even if there's no court order for it, and he would say, you know what, no, I send her, $500 a week. Okay, I send her $1,000 a week. You know what I'm saying? I pay for the schooling, so that's why I don't. You know what I'm saying? You have not given any inkling of what you do as a father to them kids. Don't try to confuse us and conflate the issue. Oh, when we was dating or whatever, she was toxic, I was toxic, she was abusive, I was a bit abusive. What about the children?
that resulted in me moving on, right? Things get toxic, but guess what? People move on. It doesn't mean that you hold me by a carrot or you hold me by a string and say, okay, since you wanted to leave, because on the video that surfaced online just a few minutes ago, it said that I got up and I just left. That's actually not the truth. I never just got up and left. Actually, I tried to work it out. I try to work things.
If you eventually left, sir, you left. If you eventually left, you still left. And the carrot that she's dangling is your children. You wanna know why? Because you the daddy. She shouldn't have to dangle the carrot of the kids in the first place.
Out because I never wanted my children to have a broken house. I'm not going to be labeled as a deadbeat because I'm not. Did my children receive support financially? Most definitely.
Did they receive it? Not are they receiving it? You speaking in past tense. Okay, I went to school. You're speaking in past tense.
Was her rent paid? Most definitely. Were her bills paid? Most definitely. Because I have documentation, I have receipts as well. Have they spent time over here with me and Jennifer? Most definitely.
When?
Has Jennifer ever got to communicate with them? Most definitely.
But does she have before you married her, did she build a relationship with your children? Sir, don't play dictionary, okay? When you're not saying, hey, before I married Jen, I made sure that she built a relationship with my children. Okay, my kids know her. So that way, when my kids come over here, they know who she is. She's not that strange tall lady with the weave. Okay?
So the biggest thing for me is you go online, you bring social media into this. When all in all, at the end of the day, everyone has their own problems anyway. Social media does not care about what you have going on in your household.
Child, he lying, and I don't like him no more. I never liked him. But I'm like, so you making up shit. You're fully making up shit. Now, I feel like I saw somewhere else, it was like a little post of him showing how he paid child support in the past, but it was old stuff like in 2024. Jen's husband is a deadbeat father, which makes Jen a deadbeat stepmama because she can't force him to be a father. But I'm like, if I know you have kids and I never see you with your kids, that's a red flag to me. Because how can I be with you? How can I expect you to the head of our household, for us to be partners in life, and I don't even see you with your children. So yeah, Jen is being embarrassed again. Again. Child, Jesus fix it. Let's do a little ditty. Little ditty. So Kid Cudi testified today. Child, when Kid Cudi came to court, child, his good old blue jeans, little white tee, okay, leather jacket, cigarettes. Child, ooh. Sometimes, y'all know, I used to smoke cigarettes a long time ago. And every once in a while, I'd be like, oh, I wish I could have a little Newport 100 in the box. But I don't smoke no more. But Kid Cudi said, I'm here, bitch. I'm here to tell you what happened, okay? And sometimes when you are stressed out, and all you want is a little pull of a cigarette, I said, come on now, Kid Cudi. Now, you know, Kid Cudi dated Cassie back in the day. And so his name has been mentioned a lot in the trials. He came and testified today. One, I like the fact that he seemed calm, cool, you know, because he spoke in the past about his mental health and stuff. So, you know, they accuse Diddy of, you know, first of all, I have never asked myself, how do you spell a Molotov cocktail? I've never had to spell the word. Okay. But, you know, there was alleging that back in, you know, was it 2012, I think it was, that now that's his car. So it was like a hole cut in the top of the car. And then, you know, the seats is on fire. The door was all burnt up. So his car was ruined. Okay, it was ruined. It looked like they tossed something, an inflammable, you know, thing in there that just caused damage to the car. The whole car didn't blow up, but again, somebody put a hole around there, and it was on fire, burning up, burning up. Okay, so that is what he was there to discuss. Every time we have a new witness in this case that is testifying, I just feel like, does Diddy understand that I don't think you getting out of jail. I just don't see, I just don't see him getting out. Okay. And with the different assistants who are talking, it's assistants, it's the police people, it was Cassie, it was Dawn. Today we had another assistant, we had a makeup artist who talked about having to cover up bruises on Cassie's face. Assistants who would say how they was buying drugs and buying this and buying that, and either spending their own money and then being reimbursed. Like they're literally building a case of a RICO of racketeering, meaning they're building a case showing he absolutely used the people in his organization to do things to help him hide illegal activities. Okay, he was forcing people to do things. Absolutely, you know what I'm saying? Because again, it's not, they're not going to build a case in a week. Okay, this is going to be a 6 to 8 week case. We're only in week 2, and every time someone else talks, it's a building block into. He was dating Cassie at first, and that turned into her feeling like he's forcing me to have these freak offs. It's showing he was paying male hookers. It's showing he had assistants and his security helping him do things illegally, hiding, beating up Cassie, paying for things. All of that goes into it, you know. And so when Kid Cudi came in today, his point was, I thought him and Cassie had broken up. Me and Cassie were dating. You know what I'm saying? He did say he felt played by Cassie because he thought Cassie and Diddy were working up, but they were not. He did say Cassie told him about the abuse. Um, he brought up the whole car situation, how Cassie like Kid Cudi, like Diddy know. Diddy found out about us, okay? I'm scared. I am scared. And then right after Diddy found out about Kid Cudi and Cassie, this like Cassie allegedly gave Diddy Kid Cudi's like address, and Kid Cudi wasn't at home, and Diddy came by or whatever, and the timing of it all makes it feel like, well, who else would set fire to his car when Diddy threatened to do it? I know they said at one point there was allegedly DNA testing done, and the DNA testing was that of a woman. I'm like, well, no one thinks that Diddy himself put, a firebomb in that man's car. We all feel like he had someone else do it. But even Kid Cudi saying, when we met up after the car thing, okay, separate from that, my house was broken into. Okay, somebody fucked with my dog. Someone opened up my presents in my house. They messed up my cameras. It was all around the time of this shit with Diddy. And so when he met up with Diddy and Cassie, he like, what about my car? He said Diddy was standing looking like a Marvel villain. I said, child, I'm not a Marvel villain. He said, but it was weird that he was so calm. He kept offering me water. And I think he was trying to imply Diddy tried to drug me, because why you keep offering me water? You know what I'm saying? So his testimony was just about, yes, I was aware of Cassie being abused. Yes, me and her dated. Yes, I feel like Diddy broke in my house, scared my damn dog, okay, and fucked up my car. And I had not talked to him at all after that. I saw him one time at Soho House years later, and Diddy said, I'm sorry about all that shit that happened. He said, for that, I just kind of let it go, whatever. So I feel like everyone's showing step by step. Diddy, like back in the day, we thought Suge Knight was the big bad. We thought Suge Knight was the big bad wolf. And it seems like it was really Puff. Because everyone who testified in this case, be it, Cassie, Kid Cudi, whoever, all these people have gave off the feeling that even if Diddy did not verbally, literally threaten you, he would still intimidate you or threaten you in a way that you knew not to get a line. He was not an easy man to work for, you know what I'm saying? And I think we saw that in the couple of shows that Diddy was on. But even the one assistant guy who said, he saw on a plane, he heard Diddy and like Cassie fighting, and he then saw Cassie's face like beating up. He said, I'm done. So even each person saying, even if I did not physically or visually see him do something, the energy, the vibe that he gives off, the after effect of an argument, the after effect of seeing him fussing with Gina, seeing him throw hard ass apples at people, like seeing his aura. He was a mean person. So some of them knew what not to do. So I feel like when people understand, Kid Cudi is a grown man, okay, who did not say at all, Diddy blew up my car when it happened. It wasn't until recently it came out. I don't get why people don't understand. That's why Cassie didn't say shit. Because if he had grown men scared, who worked for him, who was around him, who knew he was a dangerous person, what makes anyone think that Cassie had the balls, the strength, the support and safety to come out and say, Diddy is forcing me to fuck people and suck dicks. She couldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? And I think we're now realizing the amount of power that Diddy had. That because we didn't. He sent Shine to prison for all them years for that what he didn't do. Did he set up Biggie? Did he kill Tupac? Now all these things that we all felt like, man, Suge Knight, nah, nigga, Diddy, Diddy Wop, okay? And if you have enough people scared of you, who know that you are an intimidating person, you have a temper, you have been known to be violent, people will fear you. And I think the only good thing that happened from all of this, Diddy is no longer the big bad wolf. Diddy no longer has the ability to hide in plain sight. He no longer has any power to, if something happens to Cassie, to Kid Cudi, to anybody who is testifying, Diddy did it. You know what I'm saying? He has been fully exposed. So even if by chance he does not get found guilty, people are going to be watching him like a hawk going forward. No one is going to be hanging out. Like, no one's going to be hanging out with Diddy on a regular basis after this. Nobody. Because the power and influence he once held, he don't have it no more. That's why so many people are now on the stand talking. Because he isn't the big bad wolf. He does not have this cloak of secrecy anymore. And because people are now knowing, oh, so that's how he moves. His assistants in this. And again, we're only in week 2. There are more, and you can't tell me they're not gonna call that girl KK, who was deep involved in shit. Okay, I'm pretty sure because KK don't work for him anymore. So I'm like, as this trial keeps going on, it's insane how much I'm like, the big bad was never Shook. It was Diddy. Biggie dead, Craig Mack dead, Black Rob dead, Faith was on drugs, Lil' Kim went to jail, Shine went to jail. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if you think about it, a lot of people around him, met or was caught up in a bunch of bullshit. And now it feels like he got so popular, so strong, so powerful, but he don't have any of that anymore. He doesn't. Fuck you, Puff. Because again, I saw folk who were upset because, oh, did Puff do something to Kid Cudi dog? He beat Cassie ass. And which also if he beat Cassie ass, he beat Gina. When he beat Gina, he beat Kim. There's no one. Puff wasn't this great man with anybody. Carisha. I'm sure she endured some things as well. So I'm happy he's no longer this covered under the shroud of secrecy and whatnot. This is the makeup artist who worked with Diddy and them for years. And she's like, she was also from the Cassie. And she said, yeah, I would cover up the bruises on Cassie. I had to do her makeup to cover the bruises of him abusing her. Okay, at one point she heard them fighting, and when Kathy came out the room, she had a swollen eye, a busted lips, and knocked on her head. So Kathy went to her house and recovered for her. Girl, again, people are being honest about what he did. And jail. Jail. Okay. Um Puff is nasty. He is. Lastly, okay, 'cause I told you I want to be out of here because I'm going to go to bed. I want to get to Papoose and because this I think that's Papoose. Yeah, we do. Papoose and Remy. Well, first, y'all, take a little like of the video, please. And we're back. So Papoose and Remy. I don't understand. I can't comprehend why they are on social media literally beefing like this. It's been all day. Okay. All day. And I know Clarissa was on the Breakfast Club. Okay. And while she was on the Breakfast Club, because she has a match coming up, she is with Papoose. Her and Papoose are a couple and whatnot. And during the interview on the Breakfast Club, she did mention, like, Papoose and Remy have to get a divorce. That's their thing and whatnot. I don't have no ill will toward that lady or whatever. I don't have any feelings about her and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But I am with Papoose and whatever. We're in love and blah, blah, blah. Okay. So I saw that a day or two ago. I didn't see anything wrong with what she said. I feel like there's a clear indication that Pat and Remy are not together. Okay. They're not divorced, but they're both dating other people. They're both in new relationships. Okay. So that was that. And child, out the blue, Remy was out here. Okay. And look, it's a few ones we have to get into. Okay. Because she was just talking. And where's the first one? Let's start here.
Scared of nobody. All of that tough talk, nobody. All that tells me that I'm coming at you way different than I come at anybody else. Like, nobody. There should be no ill feelings at all. Especially in my advice. My advice was like, hey, if you move on with somebody and that person wants to be with you and y'all planning a family together and all that, you can't come and talk crazy to me. How? Your future kid possibly is going to be related to my kid. What you doing? Stop. You understand what I'm saying? There's no ill feelings on either side. And I'm not emotional. I'm not.
Remy lying. Okay. Remy is emotional. Even if the emotion is, how dare you speak on me and my husband's divorce separation, when you don't know the truth behind whatever's going on. So Remy is absolutely emotional because that's why she went on live.
I'm not. Let's be clear. I just don't understand why when every time somebody has something to promote, talk about that. Talk about whatever your endeavor is that you have coming up. It's so easy. It is so the same publicist that y'all use to push stories out. That's the same publicist that before you walk into the room, you say, hey, anything about Ram, anything about this, I don't want to talk about that. That's it. It never happens. So when people are like, oh, they asked, you can say, don't talk about it. Because I would do that. If I didn't care, I'm like, I don't care what y'all asking me. I'll say what I want to say. I've been on that before, but when you really don't care, you really not about. You think people don't be trying to ask me stuff? And I'll be like, what? You understand?
So
because I knew what was up when I got locked up. I knew whatever 8 years because it's unbelievable. That's why nobody could believe it. Because I'm not gonna be with somebody because they take care of me. I'm not gonna because they can take care of me or because they have money or because they have fame. I'm going to be with the person that is good to me, that opens my door, that sees that I'm stressed out and going through something and goes and buys me a little bracelet that says, "You got this."
So you don't want to be with someone who buys you stuff, but you want someone to buy you stuff. Again, I just want Remy to. I feel like I need y'all to just divorce. I feel like both Remy and Pat played a role in this. I feel like Remy and Pat put on this show of I was in prison for 8 years. We got married when I was locked up. He stayed with me. I stayed with him or whatever. I then got out of prison. We're the black love, 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 love. We then had a daughter and all. I think they both played into that role. And I think once that wasn't their reality, that was not their real life, either one or both of them had resentment. I think if one of them felt like, okay, we not reviving, and the other one played off that black love shit, it made the other one upset. I don't know which one. But if y'all were having trouble and bad times and it wasn't really what it was, I don't feel like you can make it seem like we're crazy for wondering what the fuck happened. Because all we knew was black love, black love, black love, and then nothing. And then all of a sudden, you got somebody else, he got somebody else. And now every time, and in my opinion, when Clarissa has interviews and if she either mentions Rem or is asked about Rem, Pap, and divorce or whatever, Remy then goes on live and has some kind of conversation. I'm just saying.
Engraved in it. Like what? But you cheated. Why? Because that's what the internet told y'all. Because I never correct. I didn't have to come on and tell y'all when me and my husband stopped sleeping in the same bed. Because I didn't have to come on here and tell. I'm not drunk. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I'm not drunk. I'm not nothing. I just don't like what's going on. I literally watched 3 platforms come across. My mom is calling me like, yo, they saying you're in a coma. I said, mommy, I'm not in a coma, mommy. I'm not in a coma. I'm not sick.
I didn't hear any rumor about her being sick or in a coma, so I don't know where that came from. But she was saying that someone said that she was dying.
The Millies, that's who he is. The white boy that should say he's a popular known rapper. We were at the Boston game, sitting next to each other. That's not my boyfriend. Cool as shit, man. Cool. That's not my boyfriend. Y'all know who I be with. Like, stop playing. Like, stop. I do not like the narrative. And in 2025, I'm not sitting in the back and allowing people to keep spinning these narratives and making it seem like they cool. Both of them. One of them has me blocked, and the other one. And when I woke up one day and got tired of taking care of people and protecting them and maintaining their image, that's when everybody was mad.
And again, if you woke up one day and you realized that you were the breadwinner and that you no longer wanted to sustain this farce of a marriage, you have every right to not want to play that game. I do not blame her for wanting out of what wasn't real. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, wait a minute, I'm working, I'm making all the money, I'm doing all of this. Is me. She should want to leave that if that's not what she wants. So I don't want anyone to get confused. I'm saying she had every right to leave a bad situation that was not benefiting her and what she needed. You know what I'm saying? But again, if that's the truth of what's going on, then just say that and let it rock.
That's when everybody was pissed off.
And I mean, I guess if that was your normal thing to do, and then you stop doing it, I mean, he probably would get upset, but he should get upset, get a job, and move on.
That's when I didn't want a manager anymore. When I didn't want somebody taking 20% out of my check and I still pay all the bills anymore. When I decided that I didn't like being guilt tripped. Oh, I was there when nobody else was there. That's the type of people that gets preyed on. Both of them. Hold on, Miss Jackson 780. I'm not butthurt. I'm the one that said, hey, please leave. Why are we doing this? Like, this doesn't make sense. Like, y'all believed me when I said, this is the most amazing person ever in the whole world. That's why y'all think that, because y'all didn't see it. I'm lying. I did stupid shit like, hey, look at my new truck. It's a push gift. I bought that. So I did do some shit to put the sauce on it. But that's what you're supposed to do when you love somebody and you're in a relationship. You make them see like they're bigger than what they are. You understand?
So you know, if you feed us a story, you feed us a narrative, and we believe it, you can't be upset that we believe the narrative that you put out. And now Papoose, you can't be trying to guilt trip her into staying. You staying with her while she was in prison, that was your decision. You know what I'm saying? That was on you. But I do feel like Remy said, like, I was tired of the narrative that I put out. And I think that's because I think a couple years ago, I was like, why are we not seeing Remy and Pap no more? I'm like, something ain't, because they was always together on the red carpet at all the BT events, and then out the blue, they just stopped showing up together or just showing up in general. And so you put forth a narrative. You built him up to be this larger than life husband, this great father, husband, supportive, and blah blah blah. So if you change that narrative, then people may be like, wait a minute, it was black love, black love, black love. But wait a minute, you know, y'all was always together. He was your ride. You know what I'm saying? Like, we believe what you said, ma'am. Now, well, because it wait, there's more, okay? Because again, she stayed on live. That ain't it. Hold on, that's his response.
I shouldn't have any ill will towards me because I ain't do nothing to nobody. Nobody in the whole situation should have any ill will towards me. Nobody. I mean, you're just mad. You're punching the air. That my air. I've never breathed so freely in my life. Okay. I couldn't take it anymore.
I hate that wig. The little flipped up baby hairs. It really aggravates me.
I said, hey, this ain't what it is. We can't keep doing this. We talking about people being truthful. Truthful? The truth, you will probably literally, like, people will cry if they knew the truth. Like, literally cry. Like, cry. I look at it now and I feel sorry for old girl. Like, I feel sorry for her because I know the circles that's being ran and wrapped around over there. Like, I would cry. I feel bad. Stop calling me. Hello. Oh, I'm on live. I thought y'all was calling me to tell me to get off live.
Child, look, I love Remy. I do. I love Remy. But ain't nobody calling Remy say, girl. I feel like Remy doesn't go live often at all, enough for anyone to say, girl, get off live. You are ruining your reputation. You are, no. I think Remy being alive is helpful for her because more people can hear from her.
No, I'll call you back. How am I going outside? Because I'm not sitting here telling y'all everything that happened. That in a marriage, if you've never been married, you understand? If you've never been married, you wouldn't understand the bond that's supposed to be between two people. If they knew the truth, you wouldn't understand that. You wouldn't understand. Hold on, what you saying? Listen. I know what people care about. That man, he cares about what y'all think. I don't care about what y'all think. Like, not unfortunately, not trying.
I don't care about what y'all think. But then she will also say, don't think Pap is this great person. Y'all don't know that. Like, you want us to know your side, and that's great. But I feel like the way I think a better way for her to have expressed her frustration with how Pap is moving is to do a regular sit down conversation, whereas this live seems sporadic. It seemed responsive. It seemed as if you were, clapping back at what Clarissa said in that one interview, what Pat been posting as well. It seemed like you were upset and responding to people and not just saying, hey, there's a false narrative out. Let me clear it up. You know what I'm saying? And I think, even for to say how, if you have not been married, you don't get it. You were married and you didn't get it either.
Trying to be funny. I appreciate my fans and people that are actually my fans and that love me. You understand? But I don't care what people think. Can't nobody with a revolving door on a coochie tell me I'm for the streets.
A revolving door coochie.
I've been with the same man. I was with the same man for almost 20 years. Can't nobody tell me I'm for the street and make me feel some type of way? Are you crazy?
Who coochie revolving?
Can't nobody tell me, oh, you fumbled it. It's so funny watching people like, you had a good husband. He's only had one wife. The only person that can tell y'all if he's a good husband or not.
But you told us he was a good husband. You told us he was a good man, Savannah. You told us he's a good man, stood by me, a good father. He held me in prison. You gave us the narrative that
he's a good man, Savannah. A good man.
That came from you. You told us about you being in jail and how he was there and how he would visit you, I think like every week or whatever. We got all of this black love, amazingness from you and Pat. Like, we didn't just assume he was a great husband. We believed you as his wife.
Wouldn't understand that. You wouldn't. And when he was, I told y'all that. I told y'all. When she was cool, when she was like, when it was what I thought it was, I kept it a being. When it's not, when it wasn't, I ain't say nothing. I dealt with it. I ain't never met a bitch. I've been waiting for somebody to just use a little bit of common sense. I ain't never met a female who has a perfect dude that takes care of her, helps her financially, emotionally, physically, is there for you, treat you like this wonderful thing, right? And you just say, you know what? I don't care. Fuck this whole shit. Who does that?
Sometimes you do that. Okay, the dick can be whacked, the money can run out. You know what I'm saying? There have been people who do leave because they're just not happy.
Nobody. Oh, everyone looks so much happier now. Girl, man. And when he was, I told you, don't nobody fall in love faster than somebody with nowhere to stay.
Now he homeless. Now he home. Now, because a lot of folks have said Remy looks happy, Pap looks happy. The fact that she's saying, "Oh, Pap only look happy because he's homeless. He looking happy because he now has somewhere to stay." Girl,
The fuck? The fuck? I literally told him every time your current come up says my name.
she calls Clarissa Papooses come up.
Or does something that I feel is trying to attack me in any type of way, I'ma drag you. I'ma drag you. And I haven't even been dragging them. Bad enough, you got my daughter's mom out here looking crazy because you refuse to tell people, hey, me and Rem haven't even slept in the same bed since May 2022. You don't want to tell nobody that.
I think we can assume that. If you and Pat stopped being in the same bedroom 3 years ago, neither one of y'all should be addressing each other currently. Because y'all not even together. That was 3 years ago. But it feel like y'all fucked last week.
You were so wrapped up in the whole black love thing. That was your thing. That was the only thing you had. And I realized that. And I respected that. You know what? I don't need to be out here telling people you ain't this and you ain't got this and you ain't doing this and you ain't that. Whoever get you, they'll see. They'll see.
So this is the thing. When he was a bad husband to you and a bad person to you, you stay silent. And then he moved on. He's now with somebody else. And now you want to say Papoose ain't shit. Papoose is homeless. Papoose be lying. He was not really a good husband to me towards the end. I feel like either spray me when we together. Don't try to spray me if I moved on. Like if Papoose was spraying Remy, he'd be dead as wrong too.
I seen one of these. She was like, she said there was others. Who are they? I want to know. Do your own homework. No. Well, why she outed me? Well, why she outed me? Because you loud. And I know he cares about his personal image and what people think. I needed that. Expected that, you know.
Again, she was talking and talking and talking. Now Papoose eventually, wait, is it another? Oh God.
But speaking of courtside, Millie's is not my boyfriend. Like anybody that I sit next to or that I talk to.
I think we heard that part. Hold on.
Married in 2008. That's not who this is now. Now he's a wife. Listen, this is what I would like. Papoose, you have my lawyer's information. If you can't afford to retain a lawyer, since your lawyer that the number you gave us has not been retained yet.
He broke too?
I told you I'll paper it. If somebody over there that loves you wants to paper it, great. That will make me happy.
Now this is what I call bullshit. If Papoose a bad husband, if Papoose ain't shit, if Papoose a cheater, if Papoose is a user well, I want an abuser, but a user, I would have been paid for the divorce. If he broke, and I know he broke, and I know he's homeless, I would have divorced him. I would not be waiting for him to pay for it because I want out. She said I told him to leave. She said he was a bad husband and I stay silent. I feel like once you know that person is not your person, and once you know that person ain't shit, I'm wondering, fuck Pat filing. Why didn't you file? Just for you to not have him hanging on to your titty for attention. You know what I'm saying? I think you and him both staying married was a dumb decision that y'all both made. And I would never be the one to say, I'm waiting for him to file. For what? Because if I'm over it, I'm over it. You know what I'm saying? So I wish she would have just filed before.
Everything is signed and ready to go. I don't want nothing. I'm not even asking for child support. My daughter's school, her babysitter, her nanny, her gymnastics, her swimming, her dancing, her healthcare, her all of that. I take care of it like I've always done.
Child, not she's saying Pap don't do nothing. Okay, he don't pay for child support. He don't pay for schooling. He don't do nothing. Child, again, according to Remy, Pap ain't shit.
I don't need anything. Stop marrying. I don't care who brought up what. It's nothing for you to be like, I don't want to talk about that. It's nothing to be like, so before you even start, like, yeah. We not touching on that. Let's talk about.
She said, I want a divorce. So Pat posted, which I guess he just went today and did it. He posted this. Good morning, good afternoon. Is it Shamili? Well, that's his real name. Please see the confirmation email below confirming that we have filed a complaint for divorce. Blah, 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 bloop. Okay, blah, 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 bloop. He also posted this showing that it was filed today. Okay, today at 5:16 p.m. The divorce proceeding, divorce decree, divorce, all these things, petition for divorce was filed today. Okay, he then put, this was so easy to file for divorce. Why hasn't she done it? Pump faking. The only reason I haven't filed previously is for the sake of my daughter. She has to go to school. When two individuals behave like civilized adults, you can get a divorce peacefully and privately. And that was my intentions. But when a person wants to be bitter and clout chase, it turns into a circus, which can lead to an embarrassment for my child. You just lie for an hour straight, but actions speak louder than lies. You just called me yesterday trying to get back with me, and I said no. I said no. Now she want to get back with you. Not to have a back and forth, let's fuck again conversations. Look, Pat saying I didn't want to file for divorce because we was at each. I think Pat's point was, we beefing. And we want to spare our daughter. No, fuck that. If we are two toxic individuals, let's divorce. Don't use the kids as a reason to not move forward, in my opinion. So his thing was saying it was gonna be a circus. So I didn't file yet. I was waiting for us to get more mature, okay? But you just asked yesterday, can we fuck? I said, I hope not. Now, Ram sing that, and then Remy child. Hold on.
I scroll back to when you was in act.
No, that's not it. Hold on.
I scroll back to when you was. Oh, Billy saying, shut up.
Wait, it's one that's like her whole thing. No, that ain't it either. Is it this one? See, it showed that she was
married
often. Wait, let me.
But speaking of courtside, Millie's is.
Let me refresh, because after he posted that, whoever posted may have deleted it because it's not here anymore. Let's just do this one.
Like to see my messages from yesterday? Here's my phone right here. Would y'all like to see my messages from yesterday? Let's go to my messages. Let's go. Let's flip this.
Can you imagine being out at the mall and then stop and sit down at the mall and then go live to beef with your husband? Okay.
This real quick. This is my messages. Look what he saved as.
Not bozo.
Let's scroll down. Let's go to yesterday. This is yesterday. Let's go up. Look.
You see, she's slowly scrolling.
Look at him being my friend. Sending me pictures of the baby. My daughter's asleep. This is Tuesday. My daughter's asleep at 11:18. My daughter's asleep. She's asleep.
Do they have a new baby? Because their daughter is grown. Is it a new baby?
This she's asleep. This is the other day. This is the other day. Everything's fine, right? Ain't no issues. You ain't telling you sending those type of texts at 11.
Did Remy and Pap have a second child?
This Sunday that night, right? Okay, what I said, leave my baby. I was trying to get back. Would y'all like to see me alone? She should be thanking me. That's it. Everything he had yesterday at 10:59. Can you send me your lawyer's name and number? Just call my lawyer again. Like I told you, you have not retained or paid her. Tell Clarence to pay it. He will do it. I'm on hold. We'll be speaking to my lawyer shortly. I have no clue who that is. Spoke to my lawyer. We are meeting Saturday. Then we'll be ready for mediation. My lawyer just spoke to the person who said was your lawyer, and she stated she still hasn't been retained and that you should reach out, that she'll reach out to you. I'm tired of y'all playing public image games with me, and I'm being the bigger person, not playing back. I tried to be nice, but you played in my face. Garbage day is tomorrow, which is today. All things not belonging to me and my daughter will be on the curb tonight. I've been storing it for over 6 months. That's over 2. I spoke to my attorney again. She did not speak to your attorney since her and I spoke. We are meeting Saturday, which is the soonest her schedule allows. Be alone. After that, we will be ready to proceed. The graduation is June 6th, right? No, it's June 5th. Stupid. Get back what you win. That's what. Stop playing with me.
It's bullshit. It's back and forth internet games to me. Even I feel like if y'all have not slept together in the same bed in 3 years, y'all have not pushed things forward as of yet. If he's telling you, hey, I'm meeting with a lawyer on Saturday, and then we can talk. I feel like to say to him on Thursday, well, no, I'm gonna put your shit out tomorrow. Girl, wait till Sunday. If you've waited all the time, just wait, because it could be I don't meet with her until Saturday. So I haven't retained her. I have to go meet with her and retain her first. I feel like they're both playing games. They're both playing games. Clearly, he did not have a lawyer. He said, this is the lawyer I'm going to. I'm going to her. Girl, Remy.
I scroll back to when you was in Africa and people was wishing they got their shots. Should I scroll back to then? Let me scroll back to then. Play with me. Play with me. Play with me. And there was no shots to go to Africa. It was pills. How do I know? Because the text came to my phone because he's still on my health insurance. He just didn't want you to go. That's all. So he could sit over there and call me every day about how being here just makes me think about everything. Don't play with me. Don't play with me.
If I haven't fucked a man since 2022, we not even having those kind of conversations. He not calling me with that. He's only calling me with that mess if we are entertaining each other. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, in my opinion, like, not defending Pat, I'm just saying, if you're saying he's calling you trying to be nice because y'all seemingly have that kind of conversation going on between each other, because you can't say we ain't slept in the same bed to 2022, but now he wants to reminisce. Girl,
not yesterday. I was laid up yesterday. Was I not laid up? Were we not laid up? Oh. What? Ew. I don't even like the cologne you wear. It's gross. Ew. Come on. And you got me blocked. Emotional. Weirdo. I scroll back to when you was in Africa. Oh, Billy saying, try to, oh, you a girl. You a girl. Look at him. Emotional. Stop playing with me, sir. Stop playing with me. Matter of fact, let me get that.
Oh, she's emotional. She's emotional because even to say, wasn't we laid up yesterday? Wasn't we laid up? Yeah, but today you out here wilding out about your husband. And I'm like, if I'm over you, you can't even affect me in that way. You know what I'm saying? If I was laid up with my dude yesterday, nigga, let me show you let me show you, okay? But you up here fussing in the next to the Macy's sign. You up there fussing in the mall next to the Macy's sign.
The Africa post on cock. Hold up. And the only reason why, if anybody's wondering why is he still on my health insurance, because it's against the law in New Jersey while you're going through a divorce to take them off of your health insurance.
We didn't care, but okay. Your husband, that's your husband.
So unfortunately, I can't. Let me get those ready. Send me Shorty a number. I send it directly to her. I send you the whole video thing that I literally entertained just because I knew this day was gonna come. Weirdo. Hold on. We in Africa, right? I ain't go to Sierra Leone.
Let's see, nigga got bed bad to beyond on his head. Right now it's 1,000,000 degrees. I can't make this up. So
Hold up. Oh, Billy saying, try to, oh, you a girl. You call me later. You call me back, call me later. I'm busy. Hold on, sending me videos. Yo, right now it's 1 minute. I can't make this up if I wanted to. Why do I care what degrees is out there? Small talk.
It's
video.
Let's see, how the hell do they balance that? And not gonna lie, them little motor golf carts is fire. It's only 92 degrees today, but I'm assuming Africa's 90 is different. It's supposed to rain the next couple days. That's gonna be torture.
Those are everything that's going.
You already know when they give the temperature. So it seemed like y'all were having a regular conversation in April.
Yo, how do they balance that? I'm not gonna lie, the motor carts.
So like, girl,
it's fire. It's only
the conversation gives y'all have a regular relationship. Let's see. You dressing like Brooklyn over there. You better get some kente cloth. I hate traveling with a bunch of shit, and I don't have any clothes anymore. I wear the same thing. So
92 degrees. I'm assuming it's supposed to.
A conversation between them seems
that's not
cordial.
You already know when they give the temperature. Everything was fine. Look at me. You dressing like Brooklyn over there. You better get some kente cloth. I hate traveling with a bunch of stuff.
Now again, those texts say April 25th. It's May 22nd. So if he said yesterday, blopty blopty blue, you showing us April stuff, and that's from when he was over there in Africa.
Stop it. You have clothes. Look, I hate traveling with a bunch of stuff, and I don't have any clothes anymore. I wear the same things all the time. Stop it. You have clothes. You just don't want to come get them. What are you talking about?
Again, that was in April.
What you talking about?
So it almost feel like, I don't know.
Everybody who know me, y'all know my style. She came on here claiming that, oh, everybody, I don't do this. Yes, you do. This is exactly the only thing you do. You know what I mean? Normally, I wouldn't even entertain this, but the fact that you mentioned my children, I'm not letting that ride. Since this whole situation happened, everybody know I never said nothing.
To be fair, Pat, both Remy didn't say nothing either. I feel like we all can witness, at one point we seen them together all the time, and then it was dead silence. Remy didn't say shit, Pap didn't say shit. You know what I'm saying? I think for a while we kept wondering what's going on. People would ask, neither one of them said anything. You know what I'm saying? I think it was until we seen or was hearing about Remy being with that rapper dude that folks like, what's going on? That's when they said they kind of made it apparent they weren't together anymore. You know what I'm saying? So, Pat, to be fair, neither you or Remy said anything about whatever happened between y'all. And then it was not until Pat came out with Clarissa that we then said, oh, they really ain't together, but neither one of them have filed for divorce. So to be fair, Pat, Remy ain't said shit until today.
The only time I said something was the last time when she tried to clout chase with the whole fake thing she tried to put on Instagram before. But ever since this transpired, I never opened my mouth, never said nothing, because that's not my style. And also, I would never want to disrespect her. You know what I mean? Actions speak way louder than words.
And to be fair, I have never heard Pap say anything negative about Rem. I haven't. Now, could he have been rapping and using some subliminal shit I know about? It's possible. But I can say I have never heard him publicly dog out Rem. Now, that does not mean that behind closed doors, he not a whole asshole to Rem. But publicly, I haven't heard him talk shit about Remy. And until recently, we had not heard Remy talk shit about Pat.
Initially, when it transpired, which was 2022, when she started dealing with the lane. But that wasn't the first time I caught her cheating. I've caught her cheating numerous times since she's been home. With the lane, the reason, but hold on, let's get to the point. We're gonna get to the lane later. You had the audacity to mention my child, and you had the audacity to mention me not seeing my daughter, when ever since I left, she has not allowed me to see my daughter. She's been straight miserable. Soon as something happens, the first thing they say to the fans is, you don't know me, right? Soon as something get out there bad that they don't want you to know about, the first thing they say is, oh, you don't know my life? Yes, they do. They know y'all know us very well. And the reason why I'm saying that is because don't allow none of these celebrities to fool you. When you hear a rumor that comes out, it's true. We are human, just like y'all, the audience, the supporters, the fans. So now you have a person here who life has been documented for decades through the fans watching us, seeing when she got incarcerated. Watch me visit her every day for a year straight. Watch me bring her 35 pounds of food a month. Watch me hold her down. Watch me in the courtroom getting into altercations with court officers over her. Witness when she came home. Witness me go build the anticipation for her to come out of prison. Had a different artist do a drop every single day. Oh, the queen is coming. The return of the queen, right? All the fans witnessed her come home, witnessed us have the big wedding ceremony, followed our entire journey. Never trust a celebrity who erased their Instagram. You ever notice I never erased nothing on my page? All you gotta do is scroll down. The same page that she utilized today to lie for an hour straight and tell all these fabricated stories, the same page I created. You know what I'm saying? But that's neither here nor there. We get back to that later.
Not I made her page. Oh wait, I came back home. Back. You said, he just did a couple months ago saying she didn't spend Christmas with her child when she showed. No, what I mean is before they broke up, and until we saw them both with other people, neither one of them spoke negatively about the other one. To me, that was the first time either one of them said something that let us know, oh, they're not together. So I didn't mean that today was what I meant was before they both made it apparent that they were no longer together. That was the first time either one of them spoke negatively about the other person. Is what I meant. But yeah, let's keep listening.
I went to pick my daughter up from school. Everybody who know me, y'all know my style.
Oh, no,
she came on here claiming that, oh, everybody, I don't do this. Yes, you do. This is exactly the only thing you do. You know what I mean? Normally, I wouldn't even entertain.
I want to get more what Papoose was saying.
That I don't like. Look, you sleep. They're not playing. Talking to Karla that you just. I felt bad after because I didn't even realize that. Like, oh shit, I could have just possibly put him in and said thank you, Remy. That you just told me. I don't even know why y'all have a problem. I just met her. I don't even know why she's mad at you. I just met her. Doing all that. Like, stop playing with me. Your bag, bro. Secure your bag. Trying to get back with you. Are you crazy? No, Jew, don't add please nothing. Let her go. Go. Fuck out of here. What you talking about? Y'all got me fucked up. My lips all dry and shit. I'm in the mall trying to be low, trying to get me an outfit for tomorrow. And now this is when you want to compose. I've been waiting all day. I promise you. By the way, my stepson called me.
Oh, this is what made Papoose respond because she mentioned Papoose's son.
Want me to put him on my live? I'll put him on my live and let him go.
Oh, that's Remy. No, don't do that.
I'll let him go. Mr. Great Dad, Mr. Great Husband. I will add him to my life and let him go.
Is Remy's son still in prison?
On you. You tell me thank you. That you just you weirdo. I'm really seeing try to, oh, you a girl. Look at him, emotional. That you just told me. I don't even know why y'all have a problem. I just met her.
Look, both of them have been going live back and forth. Hold on.
All of this money talk and all of this and what I don't got and what I got. Since I met her, I have written 90% of the rhymes that came out of her mouth. And with me saying that, I want to say this to y'all. Anyone who has an iPhone, you know how iPhones work.
Mm-hmm.
When I was younger, I used to be able to write rhymes in my head, create rhymes in my head, and remember them.
Mm-hmm.
Just like that. As time went on, I got a little older, I started to write rhymes in my email draft. Now, if you have an iPhone, you go in your email draft. If anybody come around me and we're in the flesh next to each other, I can type in any word from one of her songs and her entire rap will come up. The entire verse will come up. I never asked for a penny. I never asked for credit. She was my wife. I didn't want anything from her. I just wanted to see her. I wanted to talk about all of this money talk and all of this. And
wait, is Papoose live right now?
Play that card. Don't play that card. Like I said, she's currently angry at her whole family because they still love me and we still speak. She doesn't speak to nobody in my family. From day one, she's been rude to my whole family, my mother, disrespectful to everybody. Her family, love them like they're my family to this day. And they will tell you that. And I'm saying that because I'm going to stand on the fact that being honest,
thank you, Lisa,
they're going to verify that. Never denied them anything, always supported. They ain't never see me disrespect her, violate her, or nothing in no shape, form, or fashion. So if I'm all of this that you claim I am, how your family still love me? But my family, you never show love to nobody in my family. But now you want to try to exploit my son because you think that's something that I'm ashamed of? I'm not ashamed of anything. I'm not ashamed of my son. You can look down my page and you'll see. Now, like I said previously. As your kids grow older, certain things happen where y'all might not see eye to eye parent the child. That's just normal. It's not the same when you're raising an infant or a young child. So y'all have differences, different things might transpire. But all my kids, all my daughters know I love them all the same. That's just who I am as a man. So that's what I wanted to clarify about all of these fabrications and these lies that she up here telling. Also, I said earlier, now I don't even want to speak on the drug thing that I said earlier, but I highly suspected it because she was acting outside of herself, laying up in a hotel and all this for days. It was just like crackhead behavior. And then it been exposed in the past that the chump used the drugs. They got photos of him smoked out and all that, looking crazy. So I said, damn, it's either that, but we know the blackmailing thing. I already exposed that. So that's neither here nor there. But what I wanted to, last thing I wanted to clarify is, when I went through the process of dealing with what I was dealing with her, being in the house with my daughter crying night after night. She wanted a mother. All she knew was me and her mother. You got to remember, COVID happened. It was just the three of us locked in the crib. We couldn't even go out. We lived in Manhattan at the time. So all my daughter know is us. So when she started to stop coming home so she could be with the lame, if you listen to the audio, he tells you. He's on the audio saying, she'd be at my house for days. Bragging. Talking to another individual on the phone, bragging about it. Yeah, she'd be over at my house days at a time. So if you at his house days at a time, who's home with the baby? Me. Not only am I home with my daughter who's still a baby, I'm home with my daughter who's used to having her mother and her father. So she's crying every single night for you. And you're not answering the phone. So dealing with that, raising my child night after night by myself while she with a clown, you know what I'm saying, who bragging to people, yo, I'm fucking his wife, the whole thing. I'm eating it because I'm not saying nothing. I'm going to catch this nigga. This is my mentality. I'm going to wait till I catch him. So by me not saying nothing, he thought it was sweet. Feel me? Making a little post about it and all that. He thought it was sweet. Nah, young man, far from that. But moving on along, the process of me dealing with all of that, being in the crib, constantly dealing with that. My daughter, you know what I'm saying, quit the job, you know what I'm saying, the executive position, working that, but still trying to balance everything, still paying all the utilities in the crib, the whole thing. I can honestly admit, going through that, I'm not a person that uses drugs. Anybody that know me will tell you that. Verify it. Very, very, extremely mentally sober. Extremely. I can control anything in my life, but I did fall victim to gambling, going through that. I can admit that. But did you notice that there's no accountability with her? She never admitted anything. I can admit that I fell victim to that. I caught a habit with that. But guess what? Anything I went through with the gambling, it never affected her. It never affected her at all. I still had to pay all of the bills in the crib, the whole thing. The only time I stopped paying the bills is when I started to notice that she was taking money outside from the family and tricking on this chump. If you look at the chump, straight bum before her. Look at me before her. Look at the chump, straight bum. All of a sudden, he with the chump, she's spending money on the chump. She paying everybody throughout battle rap to battle the chump. Every time he lose, she paying again. Paying money. She got a crib, not too far from my crib, like I said earlier. So I started to say to myself, damn, I'm busting my ass to pay all of these utilities in this crib. And she taking her bread and taking bread outside of the family and giving it to the next nigga. I'm not paying these bills no more. I'm not doing that. Because at that point, I'm taking care of the next nigga. So when she say, he didn't pay bills, I stopped paying bills at that point. I said, I'm not doing it no more. I'm not going to be sitting here busting my ass so the next nigga could live. Feel me? So that's the only time when I stopped paying bills. Outside of that, I got records, all paid from my account, documented. Her civil suit, documented, my account. Also, I wanted to add before I end this live. When I first met her back then, everybody knew I was on top of the world. the $1.5 million man, hottest rapper on the planet. Y'all seen it. She reached out to meet me. She reached out to say, I want to meet your artist. Long story short, I don't even want to get into all that. That's old news. I'm only bringing that up to y'all to say this. She came to meet me. I was on top, in all aspects of my life. On good, doing good, on my feet. 100%. Her situation took place. Like I said, I left my tour, came back, bailed her out. When I bailed her out, nothing but expense after expense after expense after expense. Remember, she got remanded. She blew trial. They took her right away. I had to pay to pack her crib up, pay to put everything in storage, pay the storage bill every month, get a condo closer to the jail so I could visit her every day. Visit her every day, driving back and forth to the visit to see her every day. Slay everybody in my ear, Pap, you got to get to work. You can't visit her every day. But when I speak to her on the phone, she would cry to me. She was so upset. She was broken. They broke her. She would constantly cry. I knew she needed me. Kept visiting her. Cool. In the process of me doing that, I'm running back and forth to the jail for a year straight. I exhausted all my funds. I exhausted all my funds at that point. So when that transpired, I had to get back to work. That's why I only visited her every day for a year straight. But after that, I had the space to visit out to like 3 times a week. Never missed a Christmas, never missed a Mother's Day, never missed a single holiday. I was there. The whole thing, right? So now I started to get back to work. I started to release certain music, but it wasn't the same for me because when I had that moment when I was on fire, I was supposed to capitalize off it. When she blew trial and I started to get caught up in everything that was going on with her, you know what I'm saying? You had a couple individuals who was supposed to be there when the situation happened with her bag. They got hands put on them, and they were saying I did it. So I couldn't attend the trial or none of that. You know what I'm saying? So with that type of information going on out there, and a lot of other things I was getting into that had nothing to do with her. You know what I'm saying? As a young artist coming up, my deal folded. So she went away, my deal folded, and I started visiting her every day. I exhausted all my funds doing that. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I don't regret nothing I did because I knew that she needed me. I was supporting her. So at that point, I had to get back to work. Got back to work, started releasing music here and there. I started doing a little better. Me and her came with a plan. We would sit down and we would map things out. Listen, we're going to try to get this appeal. We put up 3 appeals. She lost every appeal. I went and got a Greyhound bus, packed all my family, her family on the Greyhound, drove to the appeals court. We all went up. I said, I want everybody to come out so they could see that unity and maybe she'd get this appeal. It was the last appeal. She lost the appeal. We came to the conclusion that she got to do the rest of the time. So we started to strategize 2 things, me, my career, and also her return. So we would just map things out on the paper. She couldn't really do much. She behind the wall. But we would put the plan together. I would execute it because I was still out in the world. So long story short, I'm spending money on this, spending money on that. She locked up. So she can't do much. You understand what I'm saying? But she wants to fabricate these stories about, oh, I did this and I did that. I ran for a whole year, took care of the kids, took care of my stepson, took care of you, fed you, did everything for a year straight without working. So it came a time where if her son needed certain things, if she had something that she in her account or whatever, she had to take care of it. If she could, she did. But for the most part, I did every single thing. So moving on along, when she came home, she was going to parole to I had a condo in Jersey. So she was going to parole to the Jersey crib. The parole officer said she can't, if she paroled to Jersey, she's going to need a pass every single time she got to go to New York. So at the last minute, with 2 weeks notice, I had to pack up and relocate and get a crib in the Bronx just so she could move freely. So now I'm in my condo. I mapped out her return, everybody out there, all exotic cars, the return of the queen, the whole movement I set up single-handedly with the help of a couple individuals. You know what I'm saying? Pack the crib up, pack my condo up, moved to a condo and moved to a crib in New York. Had to put the bread up last minute. But we got a plan. We're going to push you. I was about to put out an album. The money I had for my album, I had to take that bread and move to a new crib, because at the end of the day, I can't let her parole to Jersey because she's not gonna be able to move. Mind you, this is set up for me to release my project at the time. It's cool. It ain't nothing. So she come out, we working. It's a plan. Fuck it, we behind her. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna push it. Everybody anticipated. I put my music to the side. I'm gonna put my music to the side. Anybody, you can go right back to that time. She came from 2014. Any song that came out around that time, I would do a freestyle. It was viral. I was starting to do shows again. You see me performing at festivals, all that. I did the Dreams and Nightmares, did the Versace joint. You know what I'm saying? I came up with a formula. If anytime they made a song, I did the Papoose version. But when she came home, I said, fuck it. I gave her that formula. So that's why when you heard the Bobby Smurda joint come out, the Young and May, all that was me. So I'm writing the music. She needed somebody to book shows. I'm doing the contracts, booking the shows, setting the shows up. I'm coming to the show. I'm collecting the first end. I'm collecting the back end. Word is born. I don't take one penny, y'all. I gave her all the money at the end of the night. I didn't touch one dime. Wrote all the music. Didn't touch one penny. So we do the shows. And remember, the plan was I spend all my money, invest all my money when she was away, taking care of the kids, taking care of the bills, taking care of her, taking care of whatever got to be taken care of. And then when she come home, we push her. It's a family thing. If you got anybody in a marriage out there, it's a family effort. So I'm pushing her. I'm doing the contracts. I'm booking the shows. I'm writing the music. I wrote hit records for her. Wrote one of her biggest records. We're gonna get to that later.
Yeah, I'm child. I feel so bad for them because they both on some bullshit. I feel like it's Mad Day. You know what I'm saying? Currently is Mad Day, and they're both on their platforms giving their versions of their marriage. You know, I don't think either one of them are the villain. I think I'm old enough to remember when Remy went to jail in New York. Papoose was a up and coming popular rapper when Remy got locked up. And once she got locked up, he did like go away. Like, and it was a lot of, conversation even back then about how much time and effort was put into supporting her. And what's going on? And I feel like he's giving his version of what he went through on the outside waiting for Remy. He's giving his version of when Remy came out, what he thought he had to do to support Remy. I think Remy's point is what was working when I first came home isn't working now, or wasn't working, a year, because if she came home in 2014, that was 11 years ago. So what worked at first ain't working no more. I think Remy's point of view is that of I'm fed up. Okay, I'm fed up. I'm over it. I'm over him. I want something different, and he wants the same, and now we beefing. They're both giving their versions of what went wrong in their marriage. They're both giving their own versions of what the other one didn't do right and what they felt they did to keep the marriage together. But both of y'all going on live and kind of airing each other out, to me, y'all both look guilty of just not being the adults and realizing this shit ain't working no more. We tried to make it work. I did the 8,000 years in prison. I've been out for 11 years at this point in time. We ain't slept together since 2022. Or at least we ain't slept in the same bed. That don't mean they ain't fucked, okay? Y'all should have been got a divorce. Y'all should have been got a divorce. Y'all both are actively in other relationships. Remy has a man. We seen Remy with a man first. Pap has a lady. We see Pap with his girlfriend often. You know what I'm saying? I don't think either one of them is innocent or the villain. The marriage went down the drain. Period. Y'all tried it. Y'all have a beautiful daughter out of it. I do think at Pat point was, all the money I had, I spent waiting on her. Pat, that's your fault. You should have been trying to get other income outside of that. I think at Remy point was, I'm now home and I'm not the money maker, and he's only helping me by being my manager or whatever. I don't want to pay him no more. That's all right. Y'all just, it doesn't work anymore. Period. And what Pap has with Clarissa could be what Clarissa need right now. Maybe Clarissa wants a man who was there to support her career. Some women want that. Some women want someone where, hey, I'm the rapper, but I need someone to write my contracts, to book my shows. Some people want that person to be their husband or whatever. Clarissa's a boxer. She maybe wants her man with her when she's around here boxing. And if that's the kind of husband Pap is, if Pap is if Pap is the supportive, I'll work for you, honey, give me a little check. If that's what that woman wants, ain't nothing wrong with that. If Remy don't want no man who is going to be her manager and mainly getting paid off her, doing work but getting paid off her, that's her prerogative. Cool, then do that. But y'all clearly are at an impasse and should not be together. And that does not make either one of them the villain. What makes them both fucking foolish is allowing social media to bait y'all into a IG live battle off in fucking May. Y'all ain't said shit about nothing in all these years, and all of a sudden, y'all both is on IG trying to defend y'all point of the demolition of y'all marriage. That is stupid. Remy going and saying, "Oh, Papoose pawned a bracelet 6 months ago." Okay. She said, too many lies to refute. But let's start with this one. Papoose, why were you in the pawn shop 6 months ago? Did you ever go pick it up? You had to your birthday to get it out. Why can't I get my Cartier bracelet back? Girl, I don't know. I don't know at all. But you telling us that Papoose pawned something 6 months ago don't do shit for nobody. But now your daughter's people know her daddy be gambling and be pawning shit. Okay, not a folk know that you hit the mama Remy. It's crazy. And again, if you know that man has a gambling problem, if he's pawning shit, if he's not really making no money, and you are the breadwinner, divorce him. If y'all ain't been in the same bed in 3 years, divorce him. Because that means he's the issue. Leave that man in the ditch that he's in. But you staying married to him don't help nobody. Showing people at their worst don't help nobody. Look, yeah, never do something and hold someone down and expect something in return, because you may not get it back. Remy ain't coming out clean, and neither is Papoose. They both look crazy. They both look, and now they both trying to prove who is the winner of the deadbeat spouse game. But like I said earlier, once she said, "I don't want him no more," I told him to leave, but I'm waiting for him to sign. I'm waiting for him to file for divorce. That's stupid. That's dumb. Wanna know why? Because he ain't gonna do that. Once we are done, ladies, we have to be done. And sometimes that comes with the cost of paying for the divorce. Wanna know why? Because I refuse to let you holding your feet down so tight that you can't walk past this shit. Keep me standing still with you. If Papoose is standing still in that marriage and you want out, divorce him. Fuck him. Because now look at y'all on IG fussing. You in the mall with some nigga fussing. He at home in an empty apartment fussing. His girlfriend somewhere boxing the bitch for dollars. What are y'all doing? Y'all done got me upset. I'm like, what? I'm like, what is a girl? Nigga. Just let it be, bitch. Let it be. Okay. I did not mean to be on for over 2 hours, y'all. We are done. Okay. We are finished with the foolishness. Look, at the end of the day, I want folks to know it's okay to divorce your husband. It's okay to not wait for him to divorce you when you're done. Especially if he is a gambling addict who don't pay no fucking bills. If you have a gambling addict who don't pay no fucking bills, who you put out and you then say, I'm waiting for him to file, Remy, you sound stupid. You sound dumb. Because you sound like he's the problem in your life. You have a boyfriend you were laid up with, he has a girlfriend. Leave it be. Separate. And if you know he don't have the funds to divorce you, then divorce him and move on. Okay? Move on. Anyway, y'all. Yeah. Y'all like the video. Okay? Like the video, share the video, okay? Comments in the comment section. Y'all know to subscribe to the channel. No, I am about to chill out and go to bed, y'all. But y'all make sure to like the video. I gotta go. Bye.